Generations are kind of a weird thing, especially when it comes to customer service. Hi, I'm Chaotic Tunes, and working customer service really makes you see how people treat each other, right? Most of the time, I like to think that people treat customer service employees as they would truly treat others, right? They don't have anything to hold them back, and they don't have any reason to treat them well, or, crappy, whatever we want to call it, right? So I think that's the best way to show someone's true colors, right? Take them out to customer service and see how they react. But in all the years that I worked in customer service as either a waiter, a manager, or at a Burger King, or even Denny's as a dishwasher, I've come to learn something, right? Younger generations are typically more kind, more empathetic, right? If you are alone, if you're rushing all over the place, if you're understaffed, they're extremely understanding. They're like, oh, no worries, dude, I get it, I've done this kind of thing, or oh, no worries, dude, take your time, things like that, right? They're very understanding, very compassionate to like someone who's clearly putting their effort and trying to make the best out of the worst situation, right? But older generations think the complete opposite way. For example, today at Burger King, I was alone in the front of the house. I was manning both the cash register up front and the drive-thru, and it's kind of hard when the rush comes in, and I have to do both things, right? Because obviously the drive-thru has to take priority because of times and all this other crap, right? It's whatever. Obviously, being alone, I fell behind. My times were high. I think I was like taking about, in average, 3 minutes to get a car from the menu to the window to pay and getting the food and getting them out of there, which is really long because the amount of time they're supposed to spend is, I think, like 2 minutes 25 seconds. So I was definitely pushing the line, right? But it's because I was trying to balance both the drive-thru and the front of the house. Obviously, I cannot just ignore the front of the house because people are gonna get pissed, and that's completely understandable, right? They're coming in to get a meal, and if I'm not able to provide that, makes sense that they will get angry. Now, the teenagers and the people that were around my age, completely understanding, like, oh, dude, you know what? I see you're by yourself. I get it, take your time. I'll wait for my food. It's no big deal, right? I still got like an hour left for lunch, whatever. And I was like, dude, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Good looking out, right? Thank you. And let's call them the baby boomers, right? That's their generation. The baby boomers are in the complete opposite end of the spectrum. They are entitled to everything and think that they deserve everything, right? And the thing is, they often throw those things onto us like, oh, you feel like you're entitled to everything, oh, you're not working for anything, and all this other shit, right? And I see their point of view. I really do. I've met people that feel like they deserve the world. That's not the point here, okay? I'm just trying to talk about customer service and how people get treated. One guy was extremely pissed off because I was not able to get him his meal out in less than a minute, right? I was, in average, taking out, like, from ordering to front of the house, ordering to getting the food out, about 4 minutes or 5 minutes. So it was definitely on the longer end. But the old people were pissed, right? They wanted a discount, they wanted coupons, they wanted to talk to the manager, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, there's no manager. I'm here by myself. I'm sorry, right? And they completely disregarded that. They didn't care about that I was alone. They cared that they went in there to get their food and they wanted their food. Again, completely understandable, but I was hoping to get a little empathy out of them, right? Like, they were looking at me, rushing back and forth, getting drinks drive-thru, getting food, packing things, giving it to people, right? I obviously looked rushed, but they didn't care. Some dude even refused to move from the register until I gave him a free large drink and a free Hershey's bar, right? If I didn't give him that, he was just gonna sit there, and he was not gonna let anyone else order. If someone else tried to order, he just talked over them, right? I couldn't hear the other dude because this dude was just like sitting in front, well, not sitting, standing in front of me, and pretty much as soon as the other guy started talking, immediately started talking over him, right? That's pretty damn rude, dude. Not only to me, but to the other person, because they're trying to get their lunch too. You gotta understand, you're not the only one being served, right? Again, understandable, you're trying to get your food out. It is a fast food place. But again, dude, I'm by myself. Just try and look at it a little bit for me. I also had a guy who got really pissed off that I said no problem when he said, I don't remember what he said, but I was like, yeah, no problem. He was like, I think you mean to say you're welcome. I was like, oh yeah, you're welcome, right? But like, you could see the anger in his eyes when I told him no problem. What's the big deal with no problem? Like, yeah, it's not a problem for me to serve you food. It's common human decency. It's my job. It's not a problem for me to serve you food. So why was the big issue of saying you're welcome? Like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. They're also extremely rude as to how they give you the money, right? Any other person, when they hand you actual cash, they will put out their hands and give you the bills and you will grab in your hand. Perfectly fine. But baby boomers just grab the money, count it, and then just toss it on the counter. And I'm like, yeah, yes, I don't really care. But you're over here preaching about how like our generation is being disrespectful and how we don't care about others and all this other shit, when you cannot even have the human decency, like the basic human decency of like going, here's the money, thank you, right? Like, why, dude? Why are you preaching so much about being good and being righteous and all this shit when you cannot even do basic human shit, dude? Like, oh my god, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a little heated about this, because I like to think that we should all be kind to each other, right? Regardless of who you are, where you are, or whatever you are, you should just be kind to one another. You should look out for each other, and we should we should care about each other, right? But that's sadly not how things work, right? Especially in my generation. In my generation, I feel like you're either extremely caring and empathetic towards others, or you're a goddamn edgelord. I feel like there's no in between, sadly. Well, not sadly, because it's actually kind of fun. But I hope you get what I mean, right? Sorry about the little vent. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop that like. It really means the world to me. In the comment section below, let me know. What do you think? Do you think I'm right? You think I'm wrong? Let me hear your points. I love to hear counter arguments, right? That's what makes us move forward. But alright, if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed me as a person, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I try and upload every Monday to Friday, one video at least. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate it. And until next time, don't do drugs, because those things are bad for you.
Omae wa mou